Hey there. Well, y'all, I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. I guess I'm having a decent weekend so far. Saturday's just about over. It's got wild child Poppy over here just having a blast. I think he's playing with Oscar. I just, God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he was taking a nap for a little while, and now he's all raring to go and pumped up. So, yay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful day today. Not much going on, which isn't too bad. I don't really mind that too terribly much. So, that's it, y'all. I guess I'll talk to you later. You're probably thinking, oh, yes. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't have anything to talk about specifically or anything like that, but you know me, I've got to put up a video. I mean, maybe it'll be a short one since I don't really have a whole lot to say. As usual, I'm tired, but that's nothing new. I got up, I don't know, a little bit later than normal, but that was still pretty early for a lot of people. um, yeah, if you hear all this racket in the background, that's them. They're playing in that cat tunnel. I guess you can see that a little bit. It's a little dark over that way, but look at him. He's like walking around on top of the thing. God. Yeah, this is why I'm tired, y'all, because this little guy, he tires me out. Look at Oscar. Yeah, he tires me out, but it's okay. Oops, now I gotta fix this. I love having him here. He really has livened up the place a lot. So I don't mind at all. But yeah, so I don't know. Some of you that might be seeing this, if you didn't see my last video, it'll come up at the end of this one that you can click on if you'd like. I did just a little house tour, which, you know, isn't much more than what you see right here. Because I've got a very small 1.5 room house. I call it a 1 room house, but I mean, I guess technically it's 1.5 rooms. And the half is the cat room. But anyway, I did a video yesterday where I did a little tour because I'd gotten my new laptop desk. So I figured, well, I'll just show everything at the same time. So if you're interested in seeing a house tour, check out yesterday's video if you haven't. And I'm liking the desk. So far, I'm quite happy with it because it is definitely a lot more stable than the one I had before. I'm still keeping the other one because I can use that desk in my ASMR videos because a lot of times I have to use like another table or something for whatever I'm setting up for the video. And most of the time they're my, round ones that kind of take up a lot of space. So sometimes it's been a little tricky trying to set things up and be able to fit everything. So if I keep that other one, it should work okay because it's, a lot more narrow and smaller. So I'm thinking, well, I'll just use that then for some videos for my other channel, which I thought about doing one today, but as you can see, I'm so tired. But also it's Saturday, which is Linda's flavoring day on her live stream. So I always enjoy watching her Saturday live streams because they're, longer, a little more laid back. And well, not really. I mean, all of her videos are laid back, or her live streams. I enjoy all of them. But Saturday, it's more of a fun stream or whatever. So I'm going to be watching that whenever it comes up. I never know exactly when she's going to start. It's always kind of late on Saturdays since she's, obviously having a drink while she's doing her stream. She's in Scotland, so, whatever time that is for her. But it's always kind of late, so sometimes I'm like sitting there going, oh, I wish she would come on because I really want to watch her stream, but I'm getting so sleepy. Oh, it's not because I'm old, y'all. Okay, so don't be thinking, oh, you're just getting old and that's what happens. No, it's because I tend to stay up late and get up early. And I'm awake a lot during the night. Especially these days with this kitten, because sometimes he's up playing at very early hours in the wee hours of the morning. So yeah, he's really wound up. Oh, and I think I figured out what he's doing with that pet tent to make it crush and crumble and collapse. I went in there just a little bit ago, and earlier today too. 2 times now I've gone in there to do something where I went to go open up the thing, and I see him jump up on it. And when he pulls on it, it pulls it down. And I think what he's doing is he's trying to get inside of it, because I've got toys and stuff in there and the scratching post and everything. And I'm thinking maybe he actually wants to go in there to play or something with one of those toys or something like that. And so he's trying to jump in and climb in because he goes in through the top. I always put him in through the top whenever I'm putting him in there to go out on errands, or, if I'm letting lightning in or whatever. So I think that's what it is. I don't think he's actually jumping on it. He might be. I mean, there's always the chance that he could be taking his little flying leaps on top of it as well, but but I did notice that today, that he was, climbing up on it and it was pulling it down like that. So, I mean, there's 2 doorways that I could unzip and open up on the sides that he could go in and out if he wants to. And I suppose I could try that. I just find it easier to keep it closed up so that he knows that, that's where he goes when I leave, or if lightning comes in, so that it's a habit or whatever. I don't know. I could be doing it wrong. I just watched a Jackson Galaxy video today about how to stop your pets from doing things that you don't want them to do. And he's like listing all of these, no, do not do this. Number 1 thing was, do not use the spray bottle. Yeah, I'm doing everything wrong, apparently. I'm doing it all wrong. But it's like, I don't know what else to do. And I mean, he gives suggestions on things, but it's always tricky for me, because a lot of the things that I see whenever people suggest, oh, if you're having this problem with whatever it is, do this or do that. This is how you should do it or whatever. Well, that's all well and good for people that might live in a normal house. But when you live in a little basically 1-room house like I do, with no rooms that you can close cats off in or anything, not even the bathroom because it's too small, and I'm in and out of there all the time, so it's like it would be a battle. I've tried that in the past. It doesn't work. There's so many things that it's like madness. There's just so many things that are really difficult to accomplish when you don't have the space for it. A lot of the suggestions that I see for things sometimes will be really great suggestions, but, not for me, because it won't work in my situation. So I'm just trying to keep an eye out as to where they're at, because I don't want him running over here knocking my tablet over. Oh, because my biggest issue with Poppy is really just that he wants to go, basically, he's learned that you can go up on that table that's right in front of the window so he can look out the window. And to get there, he finds it most fun, I guess, to go from the bed across my laptop and onto the table. And I'm like, I don't want you on my laptop, because already as it is, the keys on my laptop there's a few of them that are a little questionable. And the letters have worn off of some of them too. So it's like a lot of times I don't even know what I'm typing because you can't see what letter it is. So it's like, I really don't need him walking across the laptop, So I've been in the past, and I say in the past, like he's only been here a couple weeks now, but whenever he would go to do something that he shouldn't do, the first time I did use the spray bottle. I was using the spray bottle because that's just what I've always done, because it was the easiest thing that most people do, which is apparently wrong. But, I did that a couple of times. I only sprayed him, like a couple of times that he did something. And then after that, generally, the only thing I have to do is just pick up the bottle and shake it. And as soon as I make that shaking sound, he'll run off and go do something else. But I'm sure Jackson Galaxy would probably tell me, no, that's all wrong. I'm sure it is. He actually has this really awesome solution, and he sells it on his website or whatever. But I don't think I could afford to get it. I couldn't find what the price is because he sold out of it. But the replacement canisters were like almost $17 or something. And I don't even know what the shipping would be internationally. But he's got this air sprayer thing. So it's got like a sensor on it. So you set it, near the area that you don't want the cat to go into or go up on or whatever, And as soon as they get near that, the sensor picks them up and it shoots out a little blast of air. So it doesn't harm them or anything, but it's annoying for them. It's just annoying. And so if they're going by and they realize that they're going to be annoyed every time they start to go over there, then they will hopefully stop going there. But I tried to see if I could find it here, and of course, I couldn't. I mean, I was surprised. I typed in Jackson Galaxy on Lazada, and some of his products came up. They actually are selling some of his things, which of course, is really expensive because they probably have to order them from his site or something, and then, up the price over here. Who knows? But they didn't have that particular thing, so I was kind of disappointed because I thought, well, that would be, a good option. Because, he was saying that, the thing you don't want to do is to have them associate the nose and the punishment or whatever with you. You want it to be something external that's not you. So anyway, it was really good. It was a very educational video. Very good. And it makes sense. Everything he says makes sense. I just wish I could, do some of the things he suggests, but sometimes it's just really hard in my situation. Is that a bug I just saw? I saw something go over here. Kind of look like a spirit light. I've talked about those before, but I won't talk about it because I don't know. A lot of people might be like, "Oh God." So I won't get into that today, but but it is my channel, and I guess I can talk about whatever in the heck I want, which is why I did the channel in the first place. But I try to talk about things that hopefully people will be okay with, for the most part. I do have my rant times though, but luckily at the moment, knock on wood, I don't have anything really that I need to rant about. Thankfully. So, but I'm very happy. I'm tired a lot because it is a little, challenging trying to keep up with this cat and this kitten, and doing the musical cats whenever Lightning wants to come in, and having to take up the water and the food and put him in the tent and make sure he's got water and food and all this, and it's like this rigmarole that I have to go through on a daily basis now. But I don't really have a choice because, I mean, if you're new here, Lightning has feline leukemia, and it can be contagious. So I have to keep him and the kitten separated because Oscar's been vaccinated, and he's got another vaccine coming up in March for that. But Poppy, I have to wait on the vaccine because he still has his other vaccines he's got to get, which one is coming up this coming Wednesday on the 1st. He's got to go in for his second round of, their regular vaccines that they get started with as kittens. So yeah, I have to hold off on the feline leukemia vaccine for Poppy for a while until he's done with all his other little kitten vaccines that he has to get. And then after that's done, then I can get the other one. I mean, the vet that I talked to was actually the soy dog vet, the ones that go around all over Thailand, and they're basically a TNR program. They spay and neuter strays and stuff. When I talked to that vet, she told me, she said some vets, will do kind of an all-in-one where they can add in the feline leukemia vaccine with their other ones or whatever. But, I mean, she said it's really not that good to do that. I mean, she said it's up to your vet. If he feels it's okay, you can. But personally, no. I'd rather not. I would rather draw it out so that he's not overloaded with it, because I took in a cat once to a vet out of town back when we didn't have a vet here locally. And this was a sickly little cat that came up. I mean, he was crying for help. He wanted help. And I was trying to help him. So I took him to that vet, and they overloaded him. They pumped him with so much stuff that his body couldn't handle it, and he died because they overdid it. I mean, they were just giving him all this stuff. And I mean, I was watching them just thinking, this just seems like an awful lot of stuff they're giving to this poor little kitten that was nothing but a skeleton. This thing was, it was terrible. And they kept him overnight, and they called the next morning and said, sorry, he didn't make it. So, sorry to be, talking about depressing stuff. But, I mean, after that, it's like, no, I'm not going to take a chance that he overloads this kitten with a bunch of vaccines that, is too much for him or something. I'm not going to do it. So, it's going to be probably a couple more months of this, musical cats every day, trying to keep certain ones away from each other and all that stuff. But got to do what you got to do, I guess. But I love them all, and so I'm willing to do it, even though it can be frustrating at times. But, I'll do what I have to do, because I want them all to be okay, and I want everybody to, be healthy as much as possible. So, anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to ramble about. I didn't really know what I was going to talk about when I sat down. I mean, literally, I had no idea what was going to come out of my mouth, because I didn't have a whole lot to talk about, but I guess I came up with some stuff. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I will definitely be back tomorrow with some such video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, have a good one, everybody, and I will talk to you later.